What's up guys, Tomcat here, welcome back to Spin Tires. Today we're on Bare Narrows again, and we're going to be pitting a Truggy against a Buggy. Now, these two are very similar in some ways, but very different in others. Now, Truggies are built off of basically you take the chassis of a truck, in this case an F450 Super Duty, and you turn it into a buggy, turn it into a crawler. Whereas this Mantis buggy over here started out life as a tube chassis crawler, so you're going to have a few differences here and there. But mainly, I just want to see how these two do in comparison to each other. Both are going to be running Baja Claws. Both are going to be, let's see, yeah, we'll have them both run Baja Claws. We're not going to run any add-ons. We're just going to run these vehicles as they are. And since I've driven the Truggy on this map before, but I haven't driven the Mantis on this map before, I'm going to go ahead and give the Mantis a shot, like, first, right off the bat, and see what it's like. Now, first thing I'm doing, well, let's see. First direction I'm going is... I'm trying to think, actually, because, well... Oh, that'd be awesome. Okay, we're going to go left, and then we're going to make a right. Because I haven't been down that way before. That way looks really cool. Really interesting, actually. Looks pretty tough, to be honest. Yep, literally we're just going to make a right. Alright guys, sorry about that. I'm back now. Actually, the game crashed for some reason. I'm not sure quite what happened, but the game crashed, and we're literally right back where we are. Thankfully, we're right in an area that was... it wasn't even that big of a distance from the garage itself. So, back to this trail. I haven't been down here at all yet, at all ever. So I am just I'm seeing this trail for the first time, and if you guys are seeing it for the first time, we're both literally in the same boat right now. So, oh my god, dude, rock formations for days. This is where the fact that this buggy basically has no front overhang whatsoever comes in really handy, because you're never having to deal with crashing into the front bumper or dragging the front bumper on anything. It's always, the first thing that hits is always going to be the tires, the front tires. So that's a huge help on really tight trails like this, especially when you have to deal with rocks, because you never have to deal with the bumper getting hung up. Even on dirt, the bumper can get hung up sometimes. Now let's see where we're at in relation to... Okay, not bad. It's just, oh, got a little bit of wheel spin going, but nothing too crazy. I'm having a hard time actually positioning the camera because this trail is so all over the place, and there's so much I guess, I don't know, there's so much forestry. I don't know if forestry is the right word to use, but there's just so many plants and trees on this map that it's hard to position the camera sometimes. God, which way should I go? Alright, so we're facing... There we go. We could go right, and it goes through the water, and then it goes up into the rocks. Ooh, that looks like a fun trail. But if we go left, winds around a bit, goes... Oh, wow, goes all the way over here, splits again. I'm going to go right. I think right is probably the best option for us right now. But we'll certainly explore the trail to the left sometime soon. I just want a really good, definite route that I can follow this with the Super Duty Truggy, just to see how they compare. Because I feel like the Super Duty is going to have... really, the only issue it's going to have, I think, is its overhang, the bumper's overhang, and it's not really going to be that big of a deal, I don't think, on this map, but I feel like on some other maps, it would be a big deal. And it's not... That's the thing about something like bumper overhang, is it's not a big deal until it is, until you notice it, and until it really matters, and it means it means you're not going to get up over the rock that's in front of you. So, in that regard, it is important. It's just not necessarily something that's prevalent on all maps. See, when you have a map that it's prevalent on, then it's a big deal. When you have a map that it doesn't matter on, then you're like, wow, this truck is awesome. So that's I think the main thing that has to do with bumper overhang and also diff height. But then again, diff height all has to do with whatever axles you're running, combined with what tire size. Come on, a little bit of a hill, but not too bad. Sure, this thing can... There we go. Sure, this thing can get up when it finds the right line. Finds the right line, finds some grip, and just goes. There she goes. Again, that's another spot where the tires hit first causing it to just be able to walk right up, no problem. Where are we going? There we go. Just gonna try and squeeze between these two rocks, because if I can get the front axle up... Oh, yes. That was the perfect line. That was the absolute perfect line. You couldn't have asked for a better line than that. That was perfect for this. And not only that, but it's perfect for the way this thing is set up, too. Again, with the way the front axle is set up, the way the suspension is set, and again, how the front tires always are the first thing to contact the obstacle in front of you. It does awesome. So, without going any further in that, let's grab the F450 Truggy, and all we've got on that thing right now is the Baja Claws, and I just want to put an exhaust, just so we can... Where's that one? Is that like... Oh, okay, it's like way up under the truck. It's either that or run stacks, and I always run stacks on this truck, so I feel like maybe running an exhaust that's just kind of cut off halfway back is kind of a nice contrast. Can you even see it? Oh, yeah, you can. Very slightly. You have to really look to see it. But it's there. It's there. You just have to really look for it. So, again, luckily this trail starts off right at the beginning of the map. That's what I love about this map, is you don't have to drive that far at all to do the actual driving you came to do, which was the trail driving. I feel like the tires on this are maybe slightly bigger, but that could just be an illusion based on the body of the truck. But you definitely can... I don't know, the fact that the truck just has more mass to it plays a role for sure. It's also a longer wheelbase. Not that much longer, but it is a little bit longer, so that is something you're thinking about as well. And, ooh, God, trying to get that tire up and over, and it drops down. The bumper is, you know, pretty well shaved back. It's just, you know, it's got a little pre-runner style bumper. But even with that pre-runner style bumper, we do have a little bit of a front overhang, which hasn't been an issue yet. But I feel like that one obstacle that where we had to go up between the two rocks in the Mantis, I feel like that might be one of the issues for this truck. But that remains to be seen, so we'll see when we get there. I really do hope that at some point more modders and spin tires start to make more big trucks into Truggies, so more like you know, 1-ton truck Truggies. And I know that they're not, you know, necessarily the smallest vehicles out there, but at the same time, they do have a purpose, and they do have a... Wait a minute, I went the wrong way, didn't I? Yep, I did. But they do have a purpose, and they do have a place, and I think that for someone that likes to off-road full-sizers, they're a really, really cool addition to your garage. So I definitely think that there's a place for them, and that there should be more over the course of time as more mods come out. I really would like to urge more Spin Tires modders to make more 3/4 ton and 1-ton Truggies. I think they're awesome. Just running down the hill. Let's see how we do in the water. I'm curious as to how the height of the water, if we get into definitely in dangerous water level, not in damage level yet, but this is a little higher than the Mantis, so it didn't really have as much of an issue going through. We're almost to that little rock section, so this is going to come in. This is where that bumper overhang, I think, is going to come in handy. Or, well, the lack of it in the Buggy. Good grip so far, though, up the hill. Oop, get back to the right. There we go. Found some grip at the front axle and just pulled right on up. Trying to walk it over the rocks. Let's get up. Oh, maybe, you know what? Maybe with brute force, it'll just... You know what? It didn't even touch the bumper. It just made it up straight with brute force and grip. That's awesome. So, dude, not even anything to worry about. So far, this thing has done just as well, if not better. It made it up that quicker than the Mantis did. So, ooh! What the hell happened there? I think we just came off that rock at a weird angle, and the truck was like, nope, I'm not going to deal with that, and it went over. We're going to have to save it. Let me see if I can grab the Mantis from here, which thankfully I can. It was almost right at the edge of the area where you could switch vehicles from, but thankfully we're good. Alright, so what's the best way to attack this? Pull it over the... Oh, God, that might not be it. That might not be the best way to attack it. How about... maybe from right there, from the roof? Well, this may look like a bad plan, but it turned out to be a good plan, yes. Now all we gotta do is switch back to the Ford, turn... Wow, okay. Yeah, that's not gone well. One more pull should get it to come over. There we go. There we go. It's good. It's good. Now, we're going to go ahead a little bit further in the Mantis, see how it does, and then, you know, obviously follow it in the Truggy, but I'm impressed with the Truggy more than anything. I mean, the Mantis is awesome, don't get me wrong, but I'm really impressed with the Truggy. Oh, God, we went in a hole there. That wasn't even, like, it was really not even that obvious that there was a hole right there. It just, like, just boom straight in. I kind of guessed which way I was going. Ooh, mud. That's good, so we can have a little bit of a mud test between these two. Not even a problem. We just stay in second gear in the Buggy, and it just goes, the Mantis. Alright, where are we at on the map? I want to see, because... oh, we're out on the main road now. Okay, so that's perfect. Once we switch into the other, into the Truggy, we'll make our way back to the main road, and that's a perfect place for us to meet up with these two, and talk about what the differences between the two actually were. Now, I think overall so far, I mean, I think you're not gonna hit as many things in the Buggy as you are in the truck. Obviously, the Truggy is it still has half of a body. It doesn't really have a bed, but it's got half of a body on it. So you're going to have to be thinking about that a little bit more, and if you have damage on, you're definitely going to be taking a little bit more visual damage, and a little bit more, you know, actual, like, you know, points damage too, but... Alright, let's see if it shifts it up into second. Yep, it does. Shifts it up into second. Maybe third? No, it just stays in second, but it goes. They both do pretty much the same in the mud. Are these tires any bigger, or are they... No, they're a little bigger. Yeah, if you look in the back there, they're a little bigger. But not much. So, I think, overall, these two are awesome. And it just depends on which ones you like to drive, but they're a lot closer matched than I thought they would be. So, if you guys enjoyed this mod test, don't forget to click the like button. Tell me in the comments below what you thought of it. Subscribe for more. You can also check out these mods on the Steam Workshop, and I will see you guys in the next one. Talk to you guys later, and I hope you guys enjoyed.